Welcome back everyone to Let's Play HighFleet, episode number 7 in this series. Man, I have to say, every time I start, I'm like, man, I really wish I had carriers, missiles, and all kinds of different things that I just didn't know about. So what I'm thinking is, let's be a little bit more aggressive with the gladiators that we have. I'm going to try to get them both into the same group, and we might just try to fight this strike group face to face, which is, I think, normally a terrible idea. I've gone in with lightnings before, and a funny little bug about this game is once you get into a combat, there's no option to retreat other than just continuously restarting the battle until your morale drops so low that your ship doesn't fight anymore. It was a little bit weird. I mean, it'd be nice to just be able to exit the cycle, jump right to that step right away or something. I mean, basically just say, hey, abandon this fight. There's no option to go back to the main menu. There's no nothing. Which is I don't know, just another way of, if you want to view it this way, like the hardcore, the hardcore game design. We have our Skylark, which is jumping around just collecting intel. It was originally going to go to Paran. We can get a little more intel. Probably find out where the next strike group is. I also looked back on the previous videos. We have a couple new ruler lines here. Sultan is headed for Osh, and Fregat from the last video and the last video is headed to Ugarit. Since we're very low on money, I mean, it doesn't look like it with 31,000, but we are. I mean, that's one longbow, one carrier purchase away from being completely out of money. So I think that we do want to try to find these transports and take advantage of them for some money. We need money. I mean, money, that's the lifeblood of everything. You need money for fuel, you need money for upgrades, for everything. So since money is, well, as money is in real life, you know, it's just how you do things, we need some. I really don't know how we're going to deal with this. And I did think about it. I spent like 10 minutes kind of looking at the different options here. I don't have a good solid plan for it, but I think we'll figure something out. I'm just out of range, unfortunately, because after the takeoff, I think I'll be just shy of Engedi. Note that as well, the cities to the west of Bachem and Gilead, northwest of Bachem, west of Gilead, this has been cleared from my menu. I don't know what happened, what caused this to go away. Maybe it's the hidden people being found from last episode. That was maybe considered northwest of Bachem somehow. I guess by technicality, this fuzzy line is exactly west, and you could say, yes, it is west by 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 northwest. So it looks like 272 would be your angle from going from Bachem to the hidden people. Anyway, I think it just might have been some event flag that wasn't clearing somehow. Okay, so let's move on with this game, and I think our plan is actually, we know that this strike group is going to get close, so instead of trying to get run the Skylark, now they are at a speed of 90, so it's going to take them a fair amount of time to do anything. 1,500 away, so 1,500 at 90 is about 15 hours. That's a mental calculation, so subject to a great amount of error. In that same time, we... Give me. I want to see how far away you are without actually... Okay, fine, I'll do it this way. Okay, so that's 21. We have a speed of 600, so this is about, let's say, 4 hours, and then from there... Oh boy, I gotta do it this way. 31, which is going to be 5 hours, so 9 hours. Well, we would get there before they arrived, but we might be cutting it a bit close. Well, I don't know, that's kind of the name of the game. The alternative is I could get over here to Ugarit, so I could actually bring my gladiator up. We might be detected in this city, though, as they close. Another thing is, I know that eventually the alarm is going to be sounded. I think I'd prefer for the alarm not to go off until I catch a transport unawares in a city, or maybe the better idea would be just to try to catch a strike group unawares. The thing I don't get is why this thing is moving. It's going to Agtosh, right? I gotta go check. Okay, well, I'm gonna unpause. You can gain morale back. You're ready to go. I think you're completely refueled, right? Another thing I wanted to take a look at was, is there any 100mm armor piercing? Wow, speak of the devil. Since none of my gladiators have the upgun version yet, we need this to be able to penetrate. And by the way, how expensive is this? So we're down to, let's hit cancel. We're at 31,912. Yeah, it's still pretty expensive. To double up, it's like 4,000, which, you know, we could do the math. It is 4,000 exactly, 80 times 50. That's a lot of money to be able to take out this strike group. But at the same time, that's basically the cost of 2 cruise missiles at 1,500 a pop, typically. So if this 80 extra 80 allows us to do the damage, then that's good. It says it's only suitable for the lightning. Am I crazy? Sorry. What? What are the gladiators using? Am I out of my mind? What is your gun? No, you are definitely using 100mm guns. I don't know why it didn't pop up as an option. Now, I don't want it to be an option. Ultimately, I want the D80s on these guys. And I should also be taking a look. Let's just take a look here. For 130mm armor piercing. We also have picked up some other stuff. So 220mm incendiary. That is available at one of the stores we're at. And I should sell that. 6 of that. 57mm incendiary is just fine. Okay, so let's exit, go back to the other ones. Yeah, this is kind of like the much ado about nothing. I don't like when my recordings are involved, are not doing anything here. That's exactly what we're doing. But anyways, here's the 220 incendiary, so we'll just sell that for a little bit of extra money. Yeah, no ships can use that right now. Do you also have anything of interest to me? No. No, I don't think so. Okay, shipworks, what do we have for purchase here? D80s? All kinds of stuff is the answer, but D80s are not one of them. That's amazing. We have 2 available. This is the Archangel. So I don't like it when guns have firing arcs which are blocked. And this has basically a ton of them in order to get its big old fuel tank out in the middle. Yeah, I have to say I don't like this design very much. The only thing I like about it is, you know, some of the weapons I would like to keep for myself if I'm going to sell it. It also has R5s. 4 R5s, that could help in a pinch. Probably have to fire all 4 of them, and that's, you know, 2,400. You know, we're talking about the armor-piercing rounds, and there's 2,400 right there. But that's still much cheaper than 4,000. Man, it's everything about this game. Money, money, money. And last but not least, we have this, and just check here. I think there might be. Is there 300? 340. I have to buy it. I have to try these out. I'm gonna get 10 just so I have something eventually. Okay, we have both 100 and 130. I do want 130mm armor piercing because this is eventually what I think I'm gonna need a lot of. Didn't we already get this up to 160? Well, we're spending a lot of money, but I think it's worth it for the ability to be able to fight. So, okay, let's bring this Skylark over to Ugrit so it can help. Actually, what I can do is have him, like, meet there. So we'll do 2.8 like this. I think the Gladiator's about half as slow, so we'll wait for him to get most of the way. And we'll send him in. We can get to keep... Uh-oh. Oh, this is fascinating. Completely unintentional, but actually, and very unlucky. I think this is a very low chance, but not unlucky in our case because it's fine. We're just leaving there, not a big deal. But they have broadcasted that we are at Gilead. A little unfortunate. Well, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. We're on the way out already. So now they'll be heading this way, which means they're going to go through Yezid anyway. That was already expected. The only thing we hope is that none of the transports are rerouting. And that's honestly, I think that's got to be what we try to do here. I think we're going to have to send you 2 over to Kuwa. You don't have anything else to do. You're at 100% fuel. Yeah, so let's send you over to Kuwa. Do a fight there, and then just basically open up Tushan. We have the Skylark, so if we get into any trouble, I mean, if we encounter anything we don't really want, the Skylark should find out about it before we actually get into combat. Trying to manage this distances at the same time. Okay, let's do that. Oops, Skylark. Left click. Let's get this guy going. Yeah, I know you don't have the fuel for it, so just go. So that's 2.2 hours away. This is 1.5, so we didn't quite do it. Something like that. That's still saving fuel overall, so it wasn't the perfect efficiency, but it was... You know, could have been worse. I haven't done a fight in the game yet. Oh, man, you know what that reminds me of? Let's pause here. And I've been talking about different designs and stuff. Let's go to the main menu. We'll come back into this campaign in a second. I'm going to go to the Shipworks, and I've talked about how I've done a few ship designs of my own. Actually, I've been doing a whole bunch. You know, a lot of them are just throwaway, but I named all of mine turtle names, just so I can tell them apart from the game design names. Because really, I think they're a bunch of garbage, and I probably want to throw them away. Let me start from the bottom here, I guess. The reverse alphabetical order, Strat Turtle. This is actually a design I like. So one of the things I try to do, I'm just an efficiency, like, OCD. I want to say efficiency Nazi, but kind of like going away from using that term too much. But yes, I'm an efficiency Nazi, basically. Get fuel consumption as low as possible for decent speed. 300 in my opinion is decent. 1700 range. This is basically, in my opinion, a very much improved version of the Yars. It carries 6 missiles instead of 2, and it's I think it's actually better fuel consumption and similar speed because it gets rid of everything it doesn't need to have. So it has no ability to really maneuver, only has one maneuvering thruster, which means if this gets caught in tactical combat, it's completely destroyed. It's worthless. Now, the normal Yars can actually suffer I think a single nuke because it has armor. Mine has no such capability, so it is just the moment it takes a hit, that's it. Now, one thing I could probably do to improve this, though, I'm just thinking now, is I have these normal fuel tanks on here. I probably don't need those. I can probably use a big fuel tank because why? I mean, not that I really need it. Everything here is much better. So 211, 324, and 1700. Let's go back to the Yars. So faster speed, 300 instead of 200. It has slightly longer range. I think I had 1700, it is 1900, and its fuel consumption is slightly higher. Yeah, I mean, that's just the price it pays for having armored itself. I just don't think it's all that necessary to armor your strategic only thing. Now, what this means is basically it can survive a nuclear attack, and that's something mine cannot do, so yeah, from that perspective, yeah, the Yars might be better. But I kind of min-max everything, and my Strat Turtle is extremely good at doing exactly one thing, and that is carrying missiles and launching them. It is not good at taking damage. So that's Strat Turtle. I think the next one is Mama Turtle, which is supposed to be my headquarters, so to speak. No, it's my carrier. So this is Mama Turtle. Same kind of idea. This is something I don't think should get into combat. So I basically built up a row of large crew quarters, and then I have a double-decker. I don't even know how these things fly off, but hey, this is a lot more aircraft, and the price is $50,000, but you're getting a lot more aircraft. Consumption, so we'll compare this with the longbow. Speed is about 180, range of almost 4,000 because of these 2 large fuel tanks. I did actually separate them into 2, so although this thing should never see combat, and basically it's destined to be immediately destroyed if it does, these large fuel tanks are separated. In my mind, it was because if one of them goes, well, probably you lose anyway. I mean, the whole thing is just going to blow up. But technically, if you had one of these destroyed, maybe the other one doesn't get destroyed and you still have some fuel left instead of putting all your eggs in one basket. But all the eggs in one basket is kind of like the theme of my ships anyway. So we'll look at this instead. This one has a speed of 150, so that's slightly lower. Consumption is 487. It has firepower. I just don't think that firepower is necessary on a carrier. It's the same way that we went through that evolution in World War II where, okay, carriers don't need... Get rid of the Rangers... the Lexington and whatever. Get rid of the battle cruisers, 8-inch guns, and just put more defensive AA stuff on there, or in our case, put more planes. So let's go back to Mama Turtle. Excuse me, I lose my voice. 150, 17, and 47. 150. 150. Was it 37? And then 450. Yeah, so it is bad. I mean, it's great because it carries more aircraft. One thing, so we'll go on to the next one now. I like the carrier. I want to bring it in. That's what we'll plan to do for the next time. Creepy Turtle. What is Creepy Turtle? What the hell is the name for? I was going to do, like, what's the person who, like, in your family who potentially spies on other people or whatever, so I didn't want to label any particular. So this is a Creepy Turtle. It's actually, unfortunately, pretty expensive, but it's mostly, I think this is 10,000. You can see the price on this. 10,000 for this radar. Mounted upside down, which means that this thing can't land. I guess you could just turn it on its side and land it, but it is definitely not meant for landing. It only has, I think it only has, okay, it does have one maneuvering thruster, but it's just not meant to maneuver. In fact, I could probably just eliminate this to get even better fuel consumption. And what this is supposed to be doing is being a scout. It has the ELINT, it has the infrared, and it has this radar. So this can bounce around at, a decent speed, 300. I don't know if any of these things are worthwhile. And by the way, none of my ships come with escape pods, evacuation pods. Anti-turtle. What is anti-turtle all about? It's actually my protective one. So you would think that Mama Turtle would be the protective one, but Mama Turtle is the one with the actual interceptors, airplanes, and all that. I thought that was more appropriate. So anti-turtle is like your aunt who's very overly protective. And this is basically a missile defense platform, an extremely expensive one at 27,000 I should say. But it has 6 37mm guns. Like, let me just test this one out real fast. Just difficulty 2, so it's going to be up against some stuff. And one thing I've done is actually put more ammo, intentionally more ammo than I need on this thing. Oh yeah, fire a missile. See how that works. I love this thing. It's a lot of fun. It's way overpriced probably for what it is, but... Ooh. Okay, it's got some armor, don't worry about that. So we can take our hits from the side, we just don't want to take them from the bottom. I put extra ammo in it because this is my question. How much... it's not good. Okay, we can do that. Whoops. Does the ammo amount... Oh, we got him. Does the ammo amount increase the amount of ammo in your tanks? My hope was yes. And that's why I ended up... Whoa! It's got a missile in this. I put more ammo pods on this thing to hope that it would store more ammo, because all it needs to do, really, is survive the initial incoming missiles. That's what it's supposed to do, is survive the missiles. Terrible shots there. Good thing I'm fighting this first. So this is complete. Well, by the way, just a reminder, we're not in the campaign right now, and I don't know if that's frustrating people, but I just kind of find it fun to, play around with some of the other designs here. This thing just has a hail of gunfire. It's like Sea Whiz. That's what's supposed to be a Sea Whiz platform. Just love it. But oh, well, killed himself there. That wasn't even my fault. Okay, let's get you done with. If you missed that initial burst, though, boy. Got him. Okay, so we did it. We survived that. That's just back to the editor. It's fine. So this is anti-turtle. It's supposed to be very protective. It has these 6 guns, and like I said, the ammo amount is 8, and it only needs 6. Does that impact the amount of rounds that are loaded into a gun? My suspicion is no, which is unfortunate, because actually, what I really want is this to be able to sustain fire for slightly longer. Yeah, I don't think that's... I think the ammo is independent of that, in which case this can be streamlined a little bit. Okay, so we spent like 10 minutes looking at some designs. I think, do I have one more design? No, it should be it. Right, oh, here's the Archangel. We could, in theory, test this out, but I just don't like the we could actually maneuver the guns around and maybe fix it up. So anyways, I have a little bit of experience now doing the ship design, and hopefully that'll help us. Going back into whiskey here, you can see the middle one is 31%. I've made a lot of progress in that one. So now that I've warmed up I'm ready to go. So I probably can do this. Perfect. It'll meet me on the way. It's fine. We'll get into it. The lightning first. Okay, just one. We wanted to take Kuai anyway, and this will give us more intel on where the other strike groups are. We'll take high explosive, just two like this. We're warmed up, ready to go. Let's just fly over here very quickly though. Get it going. Actually, I want to go on the other side, don't I? I don't know if it matters too much. Alright, one down. The less damage we take in these, the better, of course. Oh, we can dodge that whole thing. That's nice. Oh, he's going down already, it looks like. Got him. Okay, so I don't think we took any damage there, did we? I see some red on the bottom left, but was that already there? I don't know. Okay, veteran gunner, veteran pilot, ever ready. These are, well, the ever ready one I'm not usually a huge fan of, but in some cases it is useful. I think the gun's recharging. It's so hard to not choose that one. A220 sells for a lot. We need to secure the fuel tanks first, and then probably jump to that one. Yeah. So we're about to get some help there. This is happening nicely. I think we're good. Just waiting for stuff to happen. Oh, yeah. You're just going to wait probably until morale 8, and then you'll go after Akkad. Fuel is safe. Hopefully they're still... Yes, fantastic. Get that thing. And we'll be refueling while we're getting the weapon as well, which is good. Okay, these guys have merged, which means now they almost have enough range to get there by, just like this. And what I probably should do is get you to start refueling even more, because we just need to get to Yazid, but we need enough fuel to get to Yazid. Oh, we automatically did something here. Again, there's that little bug about where it zooms in. Oh, so we're actually going to be able to get the hull as well. That's fantastic. Just need to keep an eye on you when you get to morale 8. And, of course, we have no idea what's going on in Yazid, so for all we know, we're about to be attacked there. Tushan is a save point, by the way, so once we get there, the game will save. Still don't really know what that means. I guess it's when you go back to this save game slot, if you were to lose, you can start with one already captured. I don't know. I've actually never done it. So I'll find out when I lose my middle campaign, which I'm actually not even doing anymore since, like I said, it was too hard to keep the two apart. So I'm only doing this one. Okay, 74. That's probably what we're going for here.
Beginning final approach. 500 meters. 300 meters.
Get a drink of water. Time to land.
100
Very nicely.
Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed.
It's perfect. Don't give me this 4 hit points. I can't believe you. How dare you? Okay, fuel, do we want any? I don't think we need it. So why did I even go in here? That's a good question. Armor piercing. I mean, I can't spend this much. Let's do 100. So technically no ships are using that. I don't think that's true either. Oh my gosh, we have... No, we got those. We bought those, of course. Of course we bought those. Yeah, okay. 200, okay, these are the ones I wanted. I don't even have a use for them yet, because we don't have any ships. We don't have any aircraft, but I want them anyway. One day. Okay, ship works. We do need to make some repairs here. we'll be using, I think, our... oh, okay, that's it. Our repair parts. That one, 71 is... Oh, I saw 85 here. That's not going to do. 95, 98, 98, 100. So let's repair the 95. 19 is going to be repaired. 24 won't. That's fine. I mean, sometimes you can just... Okay, 94, I'll repair that as well. You just go back out to the strategic map, and you can see on that map which ones are really damaged, so it's sometimes best. Okay, so we have one up here. I think we covered most of the stuff, but we can also do where are our strategic strike groups. Okay, so Dawn is heading in. He's only heading to Magor here. He's not planning to go any further. I probably should check in on some of the tactical groups, but I'm actually still more interested in the traded groups. Owl is also going that way, but also proceeding further south. I don't think that this is going to be relevant. So Owl is technically going all the way to Getty, but I don't think that'll end up being the case, since once there's other stuff which is going on, it'll probably be rerouted. So we'll see. You know, I'm just thinking that the network of trees is actually really, it's quite a clever idea, because it's a lot easier to get AI to work well in a system of trees. You can do like pretty interesting cost avoidance stuff, and then, or for the strike groups, they don't want to avoid, they actually want to move towards danger. So, clever system. Okay, so what are we going to do in Kua, though? We still have that one I don't know what to do with that one intel. I don't think I want to even spend it yet. And this was supposed to be an 0300 arrival a long time ago. We can just erase that. In fact, there's two other things which are kind of just clogging up my... Yeah, like these are no longer true. Okay, so that's that. You guys are going to merge up here. I think we just let this happen. No, you guys are supposed to... Nope, don't pause, don't pause. Merge. Okay, we have missiles and planes here, and then missiles and planes down there. You are at what? Morale of 7, still not doing anything. Okay, we'll wait a little bit longer. Like I said, get to morale 8, and then I'll be happy. So yeah, I think what we're going to end up doing is just putting a bunch of our ships together, and having them face off against a strike group, which I think is just a bad idea, but we'll do it anyway. And again, if we fail miserably, what we can do is restart the campaign and use all these new ships. We can use carriers. I mean, it'll be, oh man, it'll be so much better, I think. Now, I kind of want to stay in Kua just to see what goes on over here. Maybe I can just move over to Tushan. Okay, so Pulsar should be in Tushan. Let's actually just go for it. We have quite a lot of fuel, so if we get ourselves into a pickle, we can go back to Golbagaz maybe to refuel, or at least send the Lightning back to Kua and Skylark all the way back to Golbagaz to get fuel, or maybe the Lightning can go over to Dead On when they split, so we're not being inactive. Although Osh, which we could also try to take, although that's... Yeah, that might actually... We could give ourselves away and just suffer the consequences. I wish I had actually done tactical instead of trade, but okay, so we do trade. Okay, that was a bad call. We have something way up there that's completely irrelevant to us. Should just save the intel. Alright, well then, here we go. This is a little bit crazy, but I think we're moving into crazy territory. Almost hoping that the game gives us a reason to restart. And I think I saw that things have just gotten dangerous there, so let's get enough to go to Yezid, just enough. And then we can get the hell out of here and refuel more completely at Yezid. It's dangerous here as well. Now, I'm going to wait till really the last moment to detach the Skylark, since we actually want those thermals, the Elent and the thermal scanners. It's funny, this is actually the save game point, so in theory I should be conquering everything before. Okay. That was stupid, I unpaused. Okay, here we go, let's see what we have. Son of Sayadi, Elishir wishes to meet with you. Okay, so that is to the northwest of Engedi. It looks like it is either it's Shinar or we have here a hidden city. So let me try to get this. Let me try to figure out a position. Okay, so it is pointed towards, it looks like, the top right corner of the Shinar sword. So we can draw a line like that. Yeah, we can verify it if we don't get it quite right. Oh shoot, I actually don't want compass in this case because it's just gonna cloud. I don't want the full circle, I just want the ruler. Although I do wish the ruler would also tell you the range. Something like this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we had some kind of communication that goes out that way, which means hopefully that's where another hidden city is. Or it's just where one of the Tarkons is, but I forgot the Kazbek is so close here. Wow. That was 25 hours ago. Where could it even be at this point? This is kind of nuts, though. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, we'll move on. Kind of going crazy. Okay, 70, 50. We're almost good here. Go over to Yezid. We'll be presenting quite a profile. Okay, off we go. So, 2 gladiators and an archangel. If that is not enough to defeat a strike group, I mean, and it might not be, but I'm gonna hope it is. Ah, it became daytime. One thing I wish I knew is when is it daytime versus nighttime? So mark it as daytime now, but how do I know? Like the difference between 6 o'clock and 6 o'clock is, as far as I know, cannot be determined. Let's break off the Skylark. Although it might be one of those times we suffer the morale just to... Might be better to suffer the morale hit, in this case. To keep it close. Okay, I'm not gonna risk it. So we'll get the Skylark to detach. Let the lightning zip ahead. What are we gonna have here? We'll want to pause the moment we get into range. Yep. Gee, I wonder where this is coming from. Hey, what are you unpausing for? Oh my god, game. Stop it! Ugh. Okay. Okay, so the lightning is going up against a longbow, Maverin, a gladiator with MRLs. I know what that means. Is it a rocket version? Gosh, I've fought against this thing before, but I don't remember what it is. And something with a lot of missiles. Okay, so this is a tactical group, as far as I can tell. Or maybe this is just the defense group present at an HQ. Regardless, do I want to use proximity fuse? Probably. I don't want to use armor piercing. High explosive. The armor piercing would make short work of the gladiator. So we're going to have a lot of missiles though. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take the proximity fuse, but I'm not going to use it. Well, I will initially plan not to use it. And we have morale 8, so we can redo this fight a couple times if we need to. Yeah, so I actually want to get rid of that on mission type. Oh gosh. Yeah, the MRL just means that it's going to launch these things at me. Which means I shouldn't be attacking this thing from the side. That was pretty darn close. Is this thing still alive? I don't even know what this is. Let's just eliminate it. It's not firing that very much at me. So the top of me has gotten a little beaten up, a little worse for the wear. Missile coming in. Persistent missile coming in. Finally. Okay. Don't want to get hit by that stuff. Okay, wow, this is... I mean, first of all, the longbow is not even involved yet. Now it is. Spoke too soon. Might lose our fuel unless we're careful. That was a really good hit. Also that. Also that. I think it's gonna go down. Oh gosh, it's... Okay, we're loading proximity. We have to get this done in a hurry. Just beat the crap out of it. We got him! Okay, just keep moving, but not too quickly. Alright, now it's us. Don't move until he's firing at you. We'll suffer it until he's actually moving, firing at us. Okay, now move. God, missed. Missed again. Got him. Oh my god, we survived with 6% fuel. Woo! That was something, wasn't it? Not gonna redo that one, that's for sure. Oh my. That was close. Okay, veteran pilot. That's still better because I think it's more fuel efficiency in the battle. I don't really care about the other ones. I really don't. 20% repair? Nah, just... I think this is more important. Okay, we're still trying to decipher this thing, which is crazy. Let me get something started first, and in this case... Okay, good. We're going to need crew protection for this. There's a ton of things. We're going to secure this. Now let's go to this. Okay. Caster. Expect blank 10 hours course north-northwest carrying electric equipment. Acquire on arrival brass tube. Okay, frigate is now traveling north-northwest. This is an important update. So where's frigate? Unfortunately, there's also a strike group on this path, if I'm not mistaken. Am I mistaken? Transport, 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 transport. Maybe I am mistaken. If this is all true, then actually what I want to do is go back up to Osh and try to just catch stuff. Because we know, I mean, whatever this strike group does, we can move to intercept. Yeah, it's getting a little hectic, isn't it? I see that it's 39 minutes, but I'm going to try to push on a little bit more. We're rescuing here. We do eventually need to conquer that too. But for now, let's unpause. How's your morale situation doing? 86. Not good enough yet. Okay, looks like we're gonna have another thing to do here. Fuel safe, fantastic. So we need crew protection before we do anything, unfortunately. Let's just put it on and see what we can start getting from there. Moving pretty slow here. And by the way, another thing I don't know is when you're moving at less than your maximum speed, does your fuel efficiency go up slightly? So, I mean, not your general fuel, actually even your general fuel efficiency. I don't know that. That's not really explained. I mean, almost universally, whenever you, I can get this, then secure ammunition, then search for survivors. I may even just take the survivor hit here. I think I'm going to, because we just have too much valuable stuff that I want to get. I want to do this, I want to do that, and then I want to do that. Flares, 2400. I think I would rather take this. The 220 is really what just, it's money. It's money I see sitting on the table, and I need to take that. I think I'm going to neglect the survivors in order to do the rest of the plan, unfortunately. And honestly, we need to get out of here as soon as we can. I know that we took some hits. Hopefully that doesn't take too long to repair. Okay, another rescue order. We could search for survivors, but then we'll lose the ammunition, which, I mean, if we're unlucky, we'll lose the 220. So what I think I'm going to have to do here is, unfortunately, secure the ammunition and let the survivors go. I think there's only a 50% chance something bad happens. Okay, who is getting this? So it's longer range.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Oh, we got Elend 2. Oh, the time is still ticking! Damn it! Oh my gosh. Oh man, we almost got it. We didn't though. So it came from over here. That's fine. We know where it was, what it was doing. That's fine. It was probably a search. It was probably a thing saying, hey, we're closing in on something we detected here, something like that. What did you, by the way, do? You ding-dongs? We don't even know. Did they get the... Well, I guess we'll find out. 32 is pretty good, so we'll basically just keep that.
Beginning final approach. 500 meters. 300 meters. 100 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed.
Better not be any damage, because I was very, very light on that landing. Intentionally. Okay, Sword of Damocles. So we actually are going to recover some stuff from this HQ. Near the city, we discovered a smooth, level platform dotted with low concrete domes, each topped with a heavy steel lid. In fact, it's not just any missiles. I forgot about that. It took us a while to pry one of them open. Inside, we found a wide, deep shaft, and in the very center of it, we discovered the smooth white nose of a missile. But not just any missile. My Duke. Those are the nuclear weapons of the Gathering. We must extract them at once. It seems our enemy's nuclear arsenal is far larger than we had expected. The Admiral cast a grim glance at the launch silos. I will tell them to get these missiles out. Oh, get these missiles out of the launch bays and onto our ships, Piotr Ignatevich. Got one KH-15 nuke, two KH-15P and nukes, and another KH-15N nuke, and another KH-15PN nuke, another two KH-15Ns, and another KHP. This is an interesting way. Well, I don't know why those just weren't shared with me in the same +4 and +4, or whatever, +3 and +4, whatever it ended up being. So yeah, I lost track. Let's sell our extra fuel. I don't know if we're going to have any... If I don't, we're going to need to get rid of that in a hurry. Why am I doing this? Ship works. There's nothing else here. Okay. So I think it's going to also give me a save game notification. Still have the old ones on this. I would love... We have one D80. Is there another D80? Come on, come on, come on. No, there's not. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. I guess, you know, it's funny. In theory, I could actually get rid of these holes, which are basically nothing but damage absorbing. But they're probably good for damage absorption, though. Let's repair that. That's down by 11. 69. Oh, that's down by 11 as well. They're really skimping on some of these repairs. 97, 100, 80. Oh my gosh, 89. That needs to be repaired. 100. And these are getting repaired. Okay, good. So we took quite a lot of damage, but it's only going to take 2.7 hours. Not so bad. And I don't know if we actually even have 2.7 hours. So there it is. Your game has been saved. You can now reload the campaign from this point at any time. That's a lot of missiles and stuff that we obviously want to get back to our missiles, our missile groups. But yeah, you know what? We got to call this video to a close here. It's kind of a tense moment, I know, but it's a tense moment for me too. I want to find out what happens. It'll have to wait until the next video. So for now, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.